I don't know if you've heard, but Flodesk, my favorite email marketing platform, just announced that they are getting rid of their unlimited pricing model. This is huge news. We need to talk about it. And I'm also going to give you just like a full walkthrough of Flodesk. So if you are new to email marketing, or if you're thinking about switching from your current platform, now is the time because they are grandfathering everyone in who joined before the end of November. So I wanted to get this video out as soon as I could, show you inside of Flodesk. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Sasha. I am your heart-centered business coach, and I help iconic women build visionary brands online and also unlock financial freedom. So a big part of that for me is passive income, digital products, selling your offers, and that comes with email marketing and sales pages and funnels and all of the things. Flodesk has been and continues to be my favorite platform to recommend for visionary women because it is so intuitive to use. It is beautifully aesthetic and really elevates your brand. They have so many templates for sales pages, for emails, for your bio link. Like, they have templates already done for you. It is so plug and play and it's beautiful and it really elevates your brand. It's also woman owned. And up until this point, they've also had this unlimited pricing model, which they are getting rid of, which honestly we can't be mad at. Before I get ahead of myself, what does this even mean? So up until this point, it didn't matter how many subscribers got onto your email list with Flodesk because it was always just one flat rate. Now, that is not a common model. Usually with email marketing platforms, once you start to get into like 1,000, 10,000, like it starts to change the amount that you are paying every single month, okay? And that's common, right? Because it takes a lot more of their resources to be able to send all of these emails, and Flodesk is constantly listening to their community and adding new features, and it's just becoming more robust. And so it's just time for their brand to make a change, and we can't be mad about it because of how they are handling it. They announced this, I think, in September, and so they're giving us until the end of November for everyone to lock in that unlimited pricing. So if you're someone who is like ready to take your passive income serious, or just your business, your newsletter, if you're like, okay, I see myself growing, I want to grow my subscriber base, and you want to lock in that unlimited pricing, the time is now, because they're going to move to the more you add your list, the more that price becomes. So as long as you don't delete or change your accounts, you will lock in that unlimited pricing forever, which is so amazing of them to offer, if I'm being honest. So if you're like new to Flodesk or new to email marketing, you're thinking about switching from like MailChimp or MailerLite or something else, which I highly recommend because Flodesk is just so much easier to use. I want to give you a full walkthrough and just tutorial of like what it looks like inside the account. But if you're like, okay, I want to get in and play around with it myself first, use my link below in the description and my code when you're ready to sign up, Biz Coach Sasha. That'll save you 50% off your first year. But if you're like, Sasha, I don't have the time, just show me what it looks like real quick, then let's get into it. Welcome to my Flodesk account. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour and walkthrough of the features. Again, if you want to see something specific, let me know in the comments and I can make another video on specifics. But I want to give you a good overview. So up here is your main menu. So these are all the different kind of things that Flodesk can offer you. There's emails, which think of these as like blast emails. So like you want to schedule it for a certain day, like a newsletter on 2 weeks from now. The forms are where you collect email addresses. Workflows are automated emails. So if someone opts into your email list and then you want to send them 5 welcome email journey, that's an automated workflow. And those are the email templates that I have for you. So that's where you're going to create those workflows. Checkouts is their sales pages and checkout system where you can actually collect payment for digital products or coaching or whatever. This wouldn't really be good for like physical products like e-commerce, just a heads up. Audience is where you can look at like all the different people on your list, all the different segments that they're in. And then analytics is where you can go and look at, performance, how things are doing, and you can make improvements based on your data. So let's start over here in emails. So these emails, like I said before, are basically if you are scheduling out an email. And I love these because after you have it sent, so you can see this one was sent to 17. This is just a segment of my list. If you just click these three dots, it'll easily give you an overview of your open rate and your click-through rate. You can also go in and view details to see things on a more, granular level. But again, this is why I love Flodesk, because they give you the most important data points here so that it can be really quick and easy for you to see performance of a specific email. What I also love about this is you can kind of create different templates. So, for example, I don't necessarily do a monthly newsletter, but you could create like a whole newsletter template. I like to just send out a weekly value email, which usually goes to a YouTube video or a blog or something like that. And so once you have kind of your template set up, you can just go to a past email. So say this is the one I'm doing every week, and you can just hit duplicate, and then it's going to create a duplication of it. And then you would just, change out, like this is the one that's going to go out, let's just say on August 1st. And then you would go in and edit it. So what I love about that is like, it makes it easy to keep a certain style or template that you like. So again, it saves you a lot of time. So when I go in here for this week, I'm just going to change out the intro to lead into the video. I'm going to change out the thumbnail. I'm going to change out the outro. And then this is something I have like call to actions at the bottom of all of my weekly value emails so that they can, connect with me on Instagram or whatever else. But to my point, this section just stays the same. I never have to edit or add that every single week. It's already in there for me. So yeah, if you want to, more detailed tutorials on how to edit emails, we can do that, but it's really simple. Once you click a block, you can obviously just edit the text there, but if you want to change the font or the font size or anything like that, you're going to do all of that over here on the side. So again, it's just so super and easy to use. You can move things up and down. So simple. And you can also send a test email to yourself. You can favorite. So if this was my template, I would favorite it and call it my weekly newsletter template. You can even share this as a template with a friend or a different business or whatever you want to do. But anyways, so that is the editing. You can change out your, font colors and all that kind of stuff. After you have that set up, then it's going to ask you to who do you want this to come from? So you can your from name. That also is set up in your settings, but then you're going to add in your subject line, your preview text, and then you're going to tell it who you want the email to actually go to. So if you want it to go to all subscribers, great. Or if you want to add a segment, so let's just see my retreat waitlist segment, I can just choose that segment to get this email, or I could just blast it to my entire list. So what I love about that is it makes it really easy to create really valuable emails for different types of people. So let's say, for example, you're a teacher, and so you have some students that you want to email, but you also have a parents list, and maybe you also have a list of people who are learning how to become better teachers. So you could have them all as different segments and use the same platform to send out very customized, personalized messaging to different segments. Okay, so let's go back. If you ever need to go back, you're just going to hit this main Flodesk logo, and it'll take you back to where you were. So that's emails, looking at it simply. And then forms, like I said before, this is where you are going to create the forms that actually collect the email addresses. So here's an example of my retreat waitlist. So same thing, you can click these three arrows really quickly and see, okay, 81 people visited, 19 people opted in, 23% conversion rate. Obviously, I'd love that to be higher, but I think I probably had a lot of people that were just like, oh, what's this retreat about? And they weren't quite sure they wanted to commit. But anyways, you can start to learn from those different types of things. And then same thing when you're ready to, create your own, you can start with new form, or you can duplicate an existing one you already have if it already has styles that you like. But let's just go and pretend I didn't have anything here. If you want to create a new form, it's going to give you all of these different options of templates, which is so awesome. So let's kind of go through all of them quickly. So the first is the link in bio. So this is what you can link. as like in your Instagram bio, your TikTok bio, and it's going to give you options where people could opt in for your email list. You could send them, to different things on your, like, it's kind of like a link tree, but better. So I'm not going to go for that one, but there's also a pop-up. So this is if you want a pop-up to come up on your website. After you create it, it will give you a custom code. You just add to your website header, and then that'll pop up for every new visitor to collect their email. And inline is also to get put into your websites, but it might just be like in a footer or the middle of a page type of thing. So you can create those as well. I mostly use the full page. And so these are all sorts of different templates. So they already kind of have different design looks for you. And all you'd have to do is hit customize. And then this is going to give you at the end a link that you can just send to people of, like, put in your Instagram stories, like, hey, I created a new freebie, go check it out. You can just link it and it's going to send this big, nice page to them. So it's kind of like a landing page done for you. Let's see what else. You can add a video page. So you can just basically have a video on top. You can add a spinner. So this is really good, if you're trying to like do like a giveaway type of vibe. And they also have countdown. So if there's a reason why they could only join your list for this thing in a certain amount of time, that's really going to drive urgency. So those are all really cool. And then, like I said before, it's super easy. You're just going to pick one and hit customize. You're going to tell it what segment. So let's just say you had a new cooking guide freebie, and that's what you're creating this for. You're going to call your segment that. Whoops. Cooking guide freebie. So now whoever opts in for that is going to be labeled as, hey, this is someone who was interested in my cooking guide freebie. So you know how they came in. I'm just going to put test for now. Save. And so then it's going to bring you in here, and you're just going to add a picture, change out the text. You can change the font, all that kind of stuff. And then when you go to hit share, it's going to give you this link here. And that's what you would put in your, link in bio page, or wherever you're sending people from to go get your freebie. It's as simple as that. Okay, what's next? So let's go back to workflows. So workflows are where you're going to create those automated segments. So this could be something like if someone buys something from you through the checkout and you want them to send the file, like, hey, send this ebook file to some people who bought. You're going to create, a segment that says ebook buyer. And then you're going to start. So I'll just show you, this is for my email templates. So if you purchase them, you will be in this workflow. Congratulations. But it's really simple and intuitive to use, unlike a lot of other platforms. You literally just say, okay, how do we know? The trigger is basically asking, like, how do we know who to send this workflow to? So you're going to say, as soon as someone is added to the segment, welcome email templates buyer, put them in here. So if this was ebook buyer or whatever, so as soon as someone gets added to that template, or I'm sorry, by the template, they're going to get added to that segment, and then it's going to trigger these emails. So in this case, I only have one email here because it's just giving them what they ordered, right? So once you can see this is the email that goes out right away. You're just going to hit edit and edit that email, same as I showed you before. And then you can tell it what to do next. So there's exit, they will just be done the workflow. Or if you click this plus sign, you could add, okay, so wait 1 day and then send them something else, send them another email. So you can kind of like just build these from scratch. Or they have, different templates that you can use for that. So I'm going to republish this. But again, that's so simple. Very intuitive. You can also have it take people out of the workflows. So say, you're selling something in your 5 email workflow, and if they buy it while they're in there, you can tell it to take them out so they don't keep seeing those emails. And then lastly, I'll just show you the checkouts. So this is your sales page templates. So again, these are ones that I already have built. So every time I go to create a new sales page, I really just duplicate an existing one because it already has all my fonts, it has my colors in it, how I like it. But you can do same as before, start from scratch, and you can use any of their templates. So they have templates for selling digital products, something like education or a service, or maybe it's just, a freebie that you want a bigger landing page for, or you can even have just checkout. So if you want to send someone just to the checkout for a product and you don't feel like they need a sales page, you can do that too. But same thing here, you're just going to pick a template that calls to you and you're going to hit edit and you're just going to change out all the details. It's so, so simple. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to go over the audience and analytics, but really it's just kind of showing you all the different segments that you have, who's in that segment. And then same thing with analytics. It's just you can look at how your emails are doing, how your forms are doing, how your workflows are doing, and how your checkouts are doing. It just goes into a lot more deeper data so you can make really good decisions. I hope you love this Flodesk tutorial. I hope it gives you some peace of mind and clarity that, hey, this is not as big or hard as I thought it would be. This is actually going to save me a lot of time while also growing my business. That I hope you'll choose Flodesk. Again, make sure you use my free trial link in the description and my affiliate code BizCoachSasha to save money off of your first year. It also helps your girl out. So thank you so much. Always grateful for you. Make sure you subscribe if you love these tutorials. I also do a ton of shorts on content strategy and mindset and growing your business, passive income funnels, all the things. So make sure you stick around, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.